Have you ever wondered how ethics and justice shape the backbone of an organization? It's a question that might seem abstract at first, but let's take a moment to delve into it. Consider the Volkswagen emissions scandal. Here was a global automaker, revered and trusted, yet found guilty of cheating emission tests. This was a glaring example of organizational ethics gone wrong. The distributive justice was compromised as the company's actions did not fairly distribute benefits and burdens. Procedural justice too was violated as the decision-making process was deeply flawed. And let's not forget interactional justice, where the company's deceptive actions were a clear betrayal of trust. The aftermath? A tarnished reputation, plummeting sales, and billions in fines. It was a hard lesson, but one that serves as a stark reminder to organizations worldwide. As Volkswagen learned the hard way, a lack of ethics and justice in decision-making can lead to damaging consequences. So how can organizations ensure they're making ethical decisions? Well, here's where ethical decision-making models come into play, acting as guiding principles. Three prominent models are utilitarianism, deontology, and virtue ethics. Utilitarianism proposes the greatest good for the greatest number. Deontology, on the other hand, focuses on duty, moral rules, and rights, regardless of the outcome. Virtue ethics emphasizes the role of one's character and virtues in determining moral behavior. Let's take a real-world example. Johnson & Johnson's Tylenol, recall, a classic case of deontology in action. In the early 80s, when tampered Tylenol capsules led to several fatalities, Johnson & Johnson opted for a nationwide recall. This decision, costing over $100 million, was grounded in their duty towards consumer safety, despite the massive financial implications. By following these models, organizations like Johnson & Johnson can make decisions that uphold their ethical standards, even in the face of potential losses. But what happens when internal checks and balances fail? This is where corporate social responsibility, or CSR, and whistleblowing come into play. These are the safety nets that catch ethical failures when they slip through the cracks. CSR initiatives are the corporation's way of saying, we're accountable to more than just our shareholders. They're an acknowledgement that businesses have an obligation to the wider community, and they're a crucial part of organizational ethics. But sometimes even these safeguards are not enough. Take the infamous case of Enron, a company that was once hailed as a beacon of corporate success. Behind the scenes, however, it was a different story. Accounting fraud was rampant, and it was only exposed when Sharon Watkins, an executive at the company, had the courage to blow the whistle. Whistleblowing is the ultimate check on power. It's an act of defiance, an act of bravery, and an act of justice. When all else fails, CSR initiatives and brave whistleblowers like Sharon Watkins can help bring organizational injustices to light. Now, before we wrap up, let's lighten the mood. You know what's more fun than a business ethics audit? Hitting that like and subscribe button. It's a lot less paperwork for us. And remember, if you don't hit that subscribe button, we may have to send our corporate ethics team after you. So save us the paperwork and keep those great topic suggestions coming.